Alright, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Open Stand Fitness. This is Ezra here, and I promised you guys that I was going to come out with a video of pre-workout and post-workout. So we're going to try to understand exactly what you need to have for your pre-workout, and then we're going to do another video on the post-workout, okay? So initially this is going to be the time period that you have before you go into the gym, all right? And this is what we're going to go over. So y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get into it. Get excited. This is some good stuff. All right. I really did my homework on this, so I want you guys to know that this is not just a bunch of crap. This stuff actually works. It's definitely working for me. As you guys can see, my physique is coming along. Slowly but surely, but it's coming along, and this is some of the things that I've learned and that I've applied inside the gym that gets rid of all the crap that you hear, that trial and error stuff. You know, that I've tried different things and moved on to some other things to see what's actually working. You know what I'm saying? To cut through all the crap, go in there and find out what's actually working. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's go ahead and break it down. First, just want to let you guys know that there is no universal system for a pre-workout, meaning that this is really personally based. All right, so what I mean by that is that something that may not work for you may work for me, or vice versa. So I want you guys to understand that if this doesn't work for you, there may be things that you may need to tweak, okay? And I want to also let you guys know that I'm not a doctor. This is stuff that's working for me. You may need to consult a physician in some of the things that before you take them, because we will be taking some supplements that may have some adverse effects if you, because they really are taxing on the body. Okay, so I just want to get that out there as a sort of a disclaimer. But just no, really, I just don't want anyone hurt in this whole process, because what we're trying to do is grow here. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're just trying to grow. And we're trying to get to that healthy physique that you want, and reach our goals, okay? So, with that being said, it's not a universal system. It's individually based, and let's get into our pre-workout. All right. First, one thing I want to get about the pre-workout is your timing, okay? You got to understand that the body is a machine, okay? So, meaning that the body digests different things at a rate before it actually breaks the food down or whatever you're putting into it and breaks it down to its different particles and then feeds the body, okay? So what we want to keep in mind is that time period. So when you're taking a pre-workout, you want to give it that time period to digest so that your body is actually using what you just gave it for the workout and throughout the duration of the workout, okay? So time, if you have a pre-workout and it's full, say you're a runner or so, you want at least a 3-hour period, okay? It takes about 3 hours for the body to break down the food and to digest it, to get into the lower intestines, to break it down into these individual particles and to feed whatever your body's crying out for, okay, if you're using food. Now, if you're using liquid, which I prefer, then it takes about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna do liquid and as the primary. Okay, so with the liquid, you only need 30 or 40 minutes. So now, what are you to put into that liquid for your workout? That is the question that you need to ask yourself. What does your body need for energy while you're lifting, okay? All right, so that's the major word, energy. All right, I do my workouts early in the mornings. Maybe every once in a while I have some workouts in the afternoons, but typically I do my workouts early in the morning, so I have an empty stomach. Okay, so because I have an empty stomach, all the blood that my body needs to rebuild my muscles and to give my muscles that pump, you know, that you feel when you're lifting, is 100% going to my muscles. delivering the nutrients to my muscles, getting the pump to my muscles, delivering the insulin, the sugars, and everything that my body needs during the workout is not being spent to digest the food. Versus if you eat food and then you go work out, you have at least some of the blood that's being used to digest the food, to break it down while you're working out. But then the blood diverts and goes to feed the muscles, and then the food just sits there stagnant. And when food is stagnant, you know what it does. It rots, and it causes a chemical imbalance. And those are the different things you don't want going on in your body. So I suggest that you use a liquid. That's been most effective for me. The body breaks it down real fast. The nutrients gets to your body immediately, okay? And that's what we want, okay? So let's get into what we should take. Energy, what I usually take is, as you can see up there, you see the blender and you see the measuring cup up there. I use that to measure, my different proteins or the powders that I'm taking, or if I'm taking pills or what, okay? So in this pre-workout is going to be really basic, all right? So first what we're going to start with is protein, all right? And I want you guys to know that I'm not promoting any of this protein, but I'm just letting you guys know this is what I use. This is a whey protein, and if you can see it, it's basically 100%, almost 100% protein. It has the BCAAs in it. It has that glutamine in it, and so you're getting a little bit of three different things. You get your BCAAs, or your amino acids, and then you're getting your glutamine precursors in this, as well as the greatest source of protein. This is the fastest breaking down protein that you can possibly get, is whey. Now you have casein protein too, which breaks down the body a little bit slower, and it's more on a time scale, where it breaks down on a time scale. That's what you use when you're sleeping, or if you're just seeking for protein throughout the rest of the day. But we want to get this protein into our body immediately, okay? Because as soon as you start lifting, your body is going to be pumping blood to those muscles that you're tearing up and already trying to rebuild them. And that's where you get that pump from. It's delivering energy, and it's also doing the rebuilding process as you were tearing your muscles, okay? The body is an awesome machine. Okay, so this is the whey protein. Now, with protein, you use at least a gram per pound. A gram per pound. That's throughout the whole day that you need. So for me, I weigh 200 pounds, so there will be 200 grams of protein that I need. Of course, you don't want to use that all right now. This is just a pre-workout. So what you need right now is at least 50 grams, okay? At least 50 grams, and that would be like 2 scoops of this, okay? At least 50 grams, all right? So normally what I do is I go ahead and get my blender right here, and I'll go ahead and put my 2 grams of protein in there, okay? So, got 1 and 2. And this is banana flavored, so it tastes really good. But remember that we're not feeding the appetite, we're fueling the body. So I don't care nothing about taste. I know that this is good for my body, and this is what my body needs. Okay, so protein. Protein is the building blocks for your muscles. That's exactly the building blocks that your body uses to build your muscle tissue. It's protein, okay? So protein is our first thing. At least 50 grams, and that was 2 scoops that we put in there, okay? So now, our second thing that we're going to use is we're going to need energy, all right? Now, your body requires energy, and if you don't have energy, what your body does is it uses what's inside the body as energy. And typically what the body does is it breaks down fat or triglyceride, turns it into energy, which is your fat sources. And so that's how, when you're eating a lot of carbs, whatever your body doesn't use it, it stores it as fat, as energy for later. Well, we want our body, and if our body doesn't have those carbs and fat, what it uses is our muscle mass. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to build muscle, okay? Trying to build a lot of muscle here, so we don't want the muscle that we're working on to be eaten up just to give us the energy to build more muscle, or we're doing the dance, forward and back, going into the gym, doing all this work, and nothing's happening. So we want to get that out the way. So we want to give our body some energy. So what I do is I use a power carb. Okay, this is like a simple sugar, but it's not sugar. It's you have complex carbohydrates, and then you have simple carbohydrates. And simple carbohydrates, the body uses. There's like bananas or any of your fruits, candy bars. All those sugars that your body uses right away as energy, and you get that little high. Those are simple carbs. Okay, and then you have complex carbs like rice, beans, and different things like that, where the body takes a while to break them down into energy. Okay, so we want to get the energy to our body right away. So this is a powder form of carbohydrates. And so what I use is about 25 grams, which is 1 scoop of power carbs. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 scoop power carbs in there. And that's going to give us the energy that we need to go throughout the duration of the workout. So that the body is using this versus eating our own muscles to provide the energy. So this carbohydrates are going to be completely used up. So it's not going to turn into fat. It's not going to be stored. The body's going to use this as energy to give us the flexion of the muscles and as an insulin delivery system for our protein. Okay? Because carbohydrates is sugars. Y'all know diabetics, they need insulin. Well, basically the insulin is a hormone that delivers, that is the key that unlocks the delivery of the hormones going to the muscles. Okay, so when you have carbohydrates, it allows that insulin to take those necessary nutrients that you need a trip faster. So it's like a delivery system. So not only does this provide energy, but it also helps deliver the other nutrients that your muscles need. Does that make sense? All right, great. So we got the whey protein, and then we got the power carbs. All right, so there we go. Now, that's 2 things that we have in here. We got our protein for our muscles, to feed our muscles. Then we got the power carbs for energy to go throughout the workout. And now what we're going to add is a little bit of some stimulant. Now, you can use this. Some people use caffeine. Some people use different brands like Jack 3D, some type of stimulants like this and different things like that. Well, what I use is a brand, and like I said again, I'm not promoting this stuff, but it's called NoxyPro. And this NoxyPro right here is what I use as a pre-workout. Really, it gives me kind of a stimulant or a little bit of a high. Kind of gets you in that mood, I already have an insane mentality when I go into the gym. And that's something that you got to have, because 95% of you is your mentality when you go in the gym. This right here is 5%, okay? This is just to get you over the edge, to give you that little edge, so that, you keep pushing through. So this right here is called NoxyPro, and it has a nitrous oxide synthesis in it. It improves your mental focus. It also increases your anaerobic endurance. So they have different brands like Jack 3D, those different things like that. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. So I usually put 1 scoop of this in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put 1 scoop. I can reach the scoop thing here. Okay, 1 scoop there of NoxyPro. All right, so we got our protein, which is going to feed our muscles. We got our carbohydrates, which is going to give the energy for us throughout the duration of the workout without using any energy from our natural body So it's not tearing down the muscles, or it's not using anything that we need in our body. It's just going to use that carb that we just feel to feed, to give the energy. Then we got our NoxyPro, which is a stimulant, which is going to give us that little high, or mental focus that I'm ready for battle type thing. Some people use caffeine, some people use Jack 3D, and those three things are just to get our program here started here. So, okay. Now, what I do to add a little bit to it is I don't usually drink anything during my workout, so except for water. So what I use is I use a banana, and so I take a banana and then I cut up my banana and I put it in my pre-workout. Now, a banana is basically the same thing as the carbohydrates, the simple sugar, except it takes our body time to digest this. So this is what my body is using during the workout while it's digesting. The carbs is what it's using right away, okay? So that I have that natural energy that's being released through the digestion of this banana throughout the duration of my workout, okay? And so just, break the banana off in pieces and put it in the blender, just like so. And everyone got their own little, pre-workout. This is mine, and so you guys can choose to follow this. You can create your own. It's really up to you guys. So, okay, so we're almost finished here. Now, this is then you can use milk. Some people don't like to use milk because milk has sugar in it. And but if you got milk like I do, it's an organic milk, and it has no sugar in it. You see, so it's no sugar, it's organic, so it doesn't give you that unnecessary sugar, and it actually has a lot of protein in it too. So since it's liquid based, it's really good, and it makes the shake taste a little bit better than if you just put water in there. So it's your choice. You can put water in there, or you can put some milk in there. So it's up to you. I usually use water because I use the milk for another protein source for my breakfast and different things like that. So that is my pre-workout. So I take this and put in some water here. Now that's my pre-workout as far as my liquid here. Okay. Now also what I take is a Noxyva or a nitrous oxide, or have you heard of NO2? Sort of like NO2 is a vasodilator. What it does is it increases the diameter of your vessels, your blood vessels, and your cardio system, and it really just increases the blood flow. So let's say your blood is this, your veins are like this. Well, it opens them up like this. So now that the nutrients are going through the blood, it allows the nutrients to travel faster to your muscles so that your muscles can recover faster. So you can get that energy to do those repetitions much faster. So this is a vasodilator that I use. It's called Noxyva, and this I take about 4 of these pills. Okay, and so now with that, I also take a multivitamin. Okay, and this is a multivitamin. It includes all your necessary nutrients that you may not be getting from all of your intake throughout your meals, that you should be getting if you're eating properly, with all your vegetables, your meats, your proteins, your poultries, your carbs, proteins, your carbs, and your good fats like nuts and different things like that, and your oils. All right, so now also so this is basically includes everything that I take. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up real quick. Are y'all watching? It'll be real good. Okay, so you see how much it made? So, you know, I mean, you can drink this in like one gulp here. So, mmm, mmm. Oh man, that was delicious. Oh. You know, I mean, there's just the mental thing behind just knowing that you're giving your body something good. You just know that you're just feeding your body from the inside out. You know, so your body has no choice but to grow. You know what I mean? And just, you know, just get big. Yeah. You know, and so, you know, hey, this was really fun. I'm glad to be able to share this with you guys. I hope this is helpful. I'm also going to give you guys a post-workout as well. And the pre-workout is the second best meal of your whole day. Is the pre-workout. The first meal, the best meal of the day is your post-workout, because you do all of your healing after the gym. Okay, so we'll get more into that later with the post-workout. But this is that's everything. When you take this, allow at least 30 to 45 minutes for it to digest into your system, and then get ready to rock and roll. So you got that Noxy Pro. So you got the whey protein, you got the power carbs in there, and then you got the Noxy Pro or the stimulant like Jack 3D, a pre-workout. Then you're taking your Noxy Vial, which is a vasodilator, increasing the size of the diameter of your blood vessels so the blood flow and the nutrients can get there faster. And then you're taking a multivitamin, which is digesting at the same time, and feeding your body the nutrients that it needs as you're breaking the body down. Okay? If this is your pre-workout, guarantee this is going to pay many dividends for you. And listen, I appreciate you guys watching. So let's go out there and get some, and let's take the world by storm. All right, y'all. This is Ezra here, helping you overstand fitness. Y'all take care now.